They say everything happens for a reason, but on that day, it felt like fate was testing us. And honestly, it reminded me a little too much of Final Destination. We were just driving, nothing out of the ordinary. I was in our Volvo heading down a regular road. In front of us, an elderly man in a Fiat, and the Audi A1 behind that was a 40-ton MAN truck. Just another day. But what I didn't know was that about 200 meters ahead, something small, something seemingly kind, was about to set off a chain reaction. The sun was shining and the radio played softly in the background. The hum of the engine was almost soothing. I glanced at the speedometer, steady at 50 kilometers per hour. The trees on the side of the road blurred into a green haze. Everything seemed perfect, almost too perfect. Little did I know, the tranquility of this normal day was about to be shattered in an instant. A small object, barely noticeable, lay ahead on the road, waiting to change everything. An elderly man at a crossroad slows down to let someone out, a moment of generosity. You can't fault that, right? But that 1 second of kindness meant the car in front of him had to wait. Then we had to slow down. Then we had to stop. And the moment I put my foot on the brake, I looked in my rearview mirror. The car behind us was approaching fast, too fast. My heart raced. I knew we were in trouble. In that split second, everything changed. The trigger was pulled, and we were left to face the consequences. The truck behind us was too close, and going way too fast. The truck collided into the Audi A1, crushed it like a tin can, pushed it into us. We slammed into the next car. 4 vehicles, 1 domino effect. It happened in seconds, but in my mind, it played out in slow motion. I remember the sound of metal crunching, glass shattering, and the feeling of being thrown forward. The airbags deployed, cushioning the impact, but the force was still immense. I could see the fear in the eyes of the other drivers, all of us caught in this terrifying chain reaction. Emergency services arrived quickly, but those moments felt like an eternity. The aftermath was a scene of chaos, with debris scattered everywhere and the smell of burning rubber in the air. It was a split-second decision that changed everything. Behind us, the Audi was destroyed, a young couple. No kids, just themselves. They were lucky to get out alive. We were pushed forward, into a car with a child in the back seat. A couple, mom, dad, and a dog. Their other children were at school that day. I still think about that detail sometimes. And the car in front of them, an elderly man, the same man who let someone out at the crossroad. His kindness had unknowingly set this in motion. Emergency responders arrived quickly, their efficiency remarkable. The injured were rushed to the hospital where doctors and nurses worked tirelessly. Families waited anxiously, hoping for good news. The memory of that day lingers, a reminder of how fragile life can be. No one died, some injured, shaken, but alive. But it felt like we'd stepped out of something we weren't meant to survive, like fate missed, by inches. The wreckage, the sounds, the moments right after, they don't leave your mind easily. The chaos was overwhelming, yet there was a strange calmness in knowing we were still here. The flashing lights, the sirens, the concerned faces of strangers. It all felt surreal. We were grateful, but the gravity of what happened weighed heavily on us. The scene was a blur of activity, but certain images stayed sharp. The paramedics working tirelessly, the police maintaining order, the firefighters ensuring safety. It was a collective effort to piece together the fragments of that split-second decision, and as we stood there amidst the aftermath, we realized how fragile life truly is. Every moment, every breath, a gift. It's strange how one small action can ripple into chaos. A kind gesture, a truck driver's split second of distraction, and the randomness of timing. We often think we're in control, but sometimes the universe gives you a reminder. You're not. And maybe that day death missed its appointment with us. Maybe, just maybe, we cheated it. Life is unpredictable and every moment is a delicate balance. We walk a fine line between safety and danger, often unaware of how close we come to the edge. It's a humbling thought, realizing how fragile our existence truly is. So, cherish every moment, every breath, and every heartbeat, because in the grand scheme of things, we are all just passengers on this unpredictable journey. Drive safe, not just for you, but for the chain of lives around you. Every decision you make on the road can have a ripple effect, impacting not just your life but the lives of countless others. Have you ever had a near-death experience? Let us know in the comments. Your stories can inspire and educate others. Subscribe for more real stories. Remember, every journey you take is a part of a larger story. Drive with care and make every moment count. Gap-1.75s. The aftermath of an accident is often more than just bent metal and flashing lights. It's a ripple that extends far beyond the visible scene. Families are forever changed, friendships tested, and lives irrevocably altered. For Sarah, the mother of two, the accident meant months of rehabilitation and the haunting memory of what could have been. She wakes up each morning grateful to be alive, but the scars remind her of how fragile life can be. For John, the young driver who caused the crash, it was a lesson in responsibility that came at a steep price. Sleepless nights filled with guilt, endless courtroom visits, and the overwhelming burden of knowing his actions had consequences far beyond his own life. And then there's the community. Neighbors who rallied around the affected families, offering support and love. Strangers who became friends through shared grief and healing. Every accident leaves an imprint, not just on the road but on the hearts and minds of everyone involved. It's a stark reminder of our interconnectedness and the profound impact of our choices. Drive safe, because every decision you make can ripple through countless lives, shaping futures and leaving lasting imprints. Your story is part of a larger narrative, one where every moment matters. As the dust settled and time began to heal the wounds, the lessons from the accident became clear. For Sarah, it was a profound appreciation for the present. She now cherishes the simple moments with her children, understanding that every day is a gift. The accident taught her to slow down, to be more present, and to cherish the people she loves. For John, it was a hard-earned lesson in accountability and the fragility of life. He learned that every action has a consequence, and that being responsible behind the wheel is about more than just following the rules. It's about valuing every life on the road. His journey through guilt and redemption has made him a more cautious and empathetic person. Personally, this accident changed my perspective on life as well. It made me realize how interconnected we all are and how our actions can have far-reaching impacts. It taught me the importance of empathy and the power of community support in times of crisis. I now understand that life is not just about our individual journeys, but about how we touch the lives of others along the way. In the end, the accident was a tragic event, but it also became a catalyst for growth and reflection. It reminded us all that life is precious and that we must navigate it with care, kindness, and responsibility. The lessons learned from the accident are not just personal. They extend to every driver on the road. Road safety is a shared responsibility. It's not just about obeying traffic laws, but understanding that small actions can have enormous consequences. A momentary lapse in attention, a slight increase in speed, or a decision to drive while tired can set off a chain of events that affects countless lives. Consider this. When Sarah decided to check her phone for just a second, she didn't foresee the immense impact it would have. That one small action changed her life, John's, and mine forever. It's a stark reminder that every decision we make behind the wheel carries weight. Road safety isn't just about avoiding accidents, it's about creating a culture of mindfulness and respect on the road. It's about recognizing that every driver, pedestrian, and cyclist is someone's loved one. By being more attentive, patient, and responsible, we can prevent tragedies and protect each other. So the next time you get behind the wheel, remember the ripple effects of your actions. Slow down, put the phone away, and focus on the road. Your small actions can make a big difference. Together we can create safer roads and a more compassionate world. Thank you for watching. Drive safe, live fully, and cherish every moment. As I sit here replaying the events of that fateful day, I can't help but ponder the intricate threads of fate and destiny. Was this accident meant to happen? Did it serve a higher purpose? A lesson that I was destined to learn? Before the crash, I never gave much thought to the concepts of fate and destiny. Life was a series of choices, actions, and consequences, all within my control, or so I believed. But now, with the benefit of hindsight and the clarity that comes from deep introspection, I wonder if there was a greater plan at play. The split-second decision, the collision. It all feels like a meticulously orchestrated event, designed to teach us something profound about the fragility of life and the importance of being present. This ordeal has made me question the randomness of life. Were we brought together that day for a reason? Did the universe conspire to create this moment of reckoning so that we could emerge stronger, wiser, and more compassionate? It's a question that may never have a definitive answer, but it lingers in my mind, shaping my beliefs and altering my perception of reality. In the aftermath, I've found solace in the idea that perhaps, just perhaps, everything happens for a reason. That every challenge, every hardship, is a stepping stone on the path to becoming the best version of ourselves. It's a comforting thought, one that brings a sense of purpose to the chaos and unpredictability of life. So, as I navigate the road ahead, I do so with a newfound sense of humility and gratitude. I am more aware of the delicate balance between choice and destiny and the role we each play in shaping our own futures. And while I may never fully understand the mysteries of fate, I have come to appreciate the beauty and complexity of the journey. Thank you for joining me on this reflection. May we all find meaning in our experiences and continue to grow from them.